selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize. I'm trying to see if this lighting makes me look good or bad. Hello. I'm so excited right now. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sasha and I'm currently renovating this 40-year-old RV amongst doing a bunch of other things. This is a nicheless account. So it's been, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been quite some time since I was actually able to do anything significant in this RV, simply because of the fact that like, I don't really have material to do much right now. Let me walk you through where we are right now and what we have done so far. Ceilings, I have successfully shiplapped. Unfortunately, I did not have enough shiplap to finish and go all the way back, but that is okay. Walls are redone, the windows are newly sealed in. The cabinets are somewhat completed. I'm still kind of working on the cabinets to see what I want to do with them. I did restain the cabinets and then put in new hardware. I use this wrap, but I don't really like it. I'm not a good wrap. Like, it was my first time wrapping something and I obviously didn't do the best job. And I just can't get over how it looks in person. It just looks like an eyesore to me. I'm thinking of actually taking the wrap off, which sucks because it took me a couple days to do that. Taking the wrap off and then probably just painting it. Cabinets, yes. And then I made this kitchen countertop and the drawers. I made this entire kitchen area. And I also redid the floors. They look like this now, kind of like an aged oak look, but before they were gray flooring, and I don't want any gray in this cab at all. So the latest things that I did that I did not show you because I was just kind of like working with what I had and I was just doing things off camera because I just felt like doing it off camera, but I started repairing this door. So I took off the wood that was here. The wood was completely disintegrated at the bottom. Something needed to be sealed, and I'm pretty sure that the last people fixed that problem. I tried to take the windows off to reseal them, but this window was like stuck. It's like concrete stuck in there. So I'm not gonna take that off. I'm gonna leave that how it is. And I'm gonna see if there's anything from the outside of this door that needs to be resealed. But in the meantime, I'm leaving it where it is because I'm pretty sure it's fine now. Something that I actually didn't plan on doing, but I ended up doing anyway. The back, the bedroom area, which was something that I didn't really plan on touching until the front started coming together a little bit more clearly. But because I didn't really have anything else to do, I was just like, you know what? It's gotta be done anyway, so let me just do it. And I desperately needed to take off the wallpaper that was back here. So I actually did take off the wallpaper. That led me to see that right here, this back wall needs to be taken off. As you can see pretty clearly on the camera, there's a lot of water damage, and I'm pretty certain it's because of this window. So I have to reseal this window. I have to take out and reseal this window. This window can come off actually pretty easily, so I'm going to be quite gentle with it in the meantime. Fix this headboard as well. I took off, there was a top piece that was here and it was completely water damaged. It was also disintegrating. It was disgusting. So I took that off. And yeah, back here is honestly pretty simple. Today, I'm gonna show you what we're doing. I'm doing something so simple, but I feel like it's gonna really tie a lot of this stuff together, and it's probably gonna make me feel like, damn, we're going places, we're doing things. Today, we are going to be tiling the kitchen. This is something that I'm so excited about, and it's something that I've been looking forward to doing for so long. Not with real tile, unfortunately. Real tile would be great, but I have thought about whether or not I should use real tile. I know a lot of people use real tile with their schoolies and stuff, and I know it's not generally a problem to use real tile, but we don't have that on hand right now. And something that I did buy were these fake tiles. They are peel and stick, but they are made of something that's like, I guess it's made of plastic technically, but it looks like a real tile, and it's like, you know, it's like solid and it's green and it's pretty. That's what I'm gonna be doing today, and I'm so excited. Before I get started with tiling this, I'm just gonna make sure that there's no dust and debris on the walls, and I'm gonna wipe down everything. Actually, I'm pretty sure everything is fine so far, but I'm just gonna make sure everything is sanded and everything is like level. So that way when I'm applying these, it goes down level. My absolute last project that I shared on here was just a small project. I was putting some flooring down. Ever since that last project, I really haven't had much to do. And if it's one thing that makes me feel not good emotionally and mentally and spiritually, it's like me not being able to do things. There is a little nail that's sticking out right here, but it's so close to the countertop that I don't want to go in with my hammer and like hit it, because then I'm gonna be scraping the countertop. So I'm gonna try and use my crowbar, press it against it, and then just hit it. You know when you leave something in like a sticker in a hot place for too long and then you can't get the backing off of the sticker? It's like when you put it on there, you gotta be sure. You gotta be sure, bro. And be sure about it. Did I fuck that up already, I think? I don't know. Holy shit. Fix that one. So now everything should be straight and I can keep going. Unfortunately, wasted 2 of them. They were a bitch to get off too. Regular tile would be a bitch to get off too. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like if I were to put regular tile up, it's not like it's fucking easy cake to get it off either. It's not. So I did want real tile, and I didn't even really want gray tile or green tile. I really wanted some type of burgundy tile, elderberry type of tile, but those colors are kind of like niche, I guess you want to call it. They're kind of like niche colors. Hard to find, especially if it's not like, to find a ceramic elderberry tile that's not super expensive is very hard. I don't want there to be a problem with the tile and like cracking while we're driving and traveling and all that type of stuff. And like I said before, like I know people have schoolies and have done it in schoolies. Like I know people do that. This goes like this. Yep. Okay. So this basically covers all of that. Okay. So my question is, should I like cut the tile out completely like this? Because you got to be able to take this whole thing out. If anything happens behind here, you have to be able to take this whole thing out. Okay, so I used my oscillator and I made a cut. I took my time. I cut it like 6 or 7 times to make sure I wasn't taking off too much. But I think it looks fine. It's just the right amount to go over the receptacle. This one is going to be a little bit of a difficult one because I've got to cut this part out. The way that I'm cutting it, it kind of does fuck it up. My biggest like problem is that when I use my oscillator to cut these, it kind of chips the front of it, and then you can see that it's like damaged. Oh, I'm gonna see if I could do a razor blade instead. Ah, that's terrible. Cutting them is a bitch right now, so I'm just gonna do some of the pieces that I don't have to cut so I can figure out. I just need to figure out how to cut them without damaging them. My lines right here are kind of crooked a little bit. Not crooked, well yeah, I guess they are a little crooked. Just a little tiny bit. It's kind of a little bit crooked. From this line to this line. And I feel like that may make it a little difficult to do the rest of them. Oh my gosh. At this point, realistically, there's nothing I could do. And if I were to just like leave a gap to try and fix it, that would look even worse, to just have a fucking random ass gap. So I just kind of just gotta keep pursuing. Just gotta keep on going. Thing is to remember that there are no gaps too. Like, I feel like that's the most important thing. Damn. I feel like that looks kind of really good. issue that I had with these tiles is that they're really hard to cut without messing them up, in my opinion. Even if you try and score them and then you like snap them, sometimes the paint can chip off of it like that. I was learning how to score them off camera on some tiles that I had taken off and messed up, and I made, look at that, for the window. It's a little too big, but it fits pretty good. And then you can kind of see where I messed it up a little bit, just like these, one little piece right here and one little piece right here, but I think it'll be fine because it is a little too wide. So I'm going to try and sand it down so that way it fits. I don't even know how long I was sanding for, maybe like 45 minutes, but I finally got it on and it looks pretty good. Had to cut this one up top too. And yeah, those were definitely the hardest to put on. Can I be vulnerable with ya? I feel like I've been in a funk for the last 3 years. Since I've been born, I've been in a funk, right? So I'm deciding, and yes, the other day, like 2 days ago, I decided I'm just not gonna do it anymore. And it's a conscious decision that I have to make. And this is the thing that I do all the time. Like every time I'm in a funk and I'm like, you know what? Let me pick myself the fuck up. Everything is coming together. I don't give a fuck what it looks like. It could show me the exact opposite of my life being together. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming together. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Let me show you how I actually cut these now. First, I make my line that I need to cut. Then, I'll show you how I do it on my lap. I basically take this piece of like board. If you have something that you can just like, that has a straight edge that you can just kind of like cut on, put it up next to my line, take my razor blade, and I just kind of like, you're just scoring it. So that means like you're just making, you don't have to cut it deeper. Ever so gently. Take your time and crack it. Band that thing. Boom! Now I'm going to do that same exact process with the rest of these three so I can put them up. The next step that I'm going to do, is I'm going to fill in these small little spaces here. I'm basically almost done. It's transformed the space already. Okay, hey, it is the next day, but I wanted to show you it's not finished, but I wanted to show you the progress up until now. We are almost finished, but I'm going to end this video here. This is what it looks like so far. And I feel like it's not that bad. I still have to finish up right here because you do in fact see this corner, and I do have to do a little bit of back here. This is behind the vent for the stove, so I won't be doing the entirety of this section. And then I also have to finish out this section here. So here I have to finish, and I'm gonna stop it right here, so basically where the countertop ends. That's why I feel like it's a really good place to stop the tile. I feel like it looks good for what it is, honestly. It's so far from being put together entirely that I think that I'm just like I'm not understanding, like it could actually look so fantastic once everything is completely done. Okay, so thanks so much for hanging out with me this week. I love you and I hope to see you again soon. I miss you incredibly. I really do. I've been thinking about you so much for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Anyways, hopefully I'll get to see you soon. Love you. Bye.